What's up, guys? Polar here, and I've got some FIFA 14 gameplay for you. So there's a bit of an interesting story behind this game. I was playing in the Champions Shield not too long ago, and I came up against someone who had a really run-down Mexican national team. It was full chemistry, but bronze, silver players, not really the best players you want at any given position. So what had happened was I was using my U.S. men's national team, and so that made this a little bit worse. But I was up 4-0 at halftime. I wasn't celebrating or looking at replays or being a dick about it. I was just up 4-0. So at halftime, I sent him a message saying, just stay and play out the game, and then at the end of the game, list up someone on the transfer market for some absurd amount of money, and I will help you out. So after the game had finished, I went out and I bought the best Mexican striking pair I could think of, because that's where his team was lacking the most, was strikers. So I bought out in-form Giovanni dos Santos and Javi Hernandez. That cost me around 33,000 coins, something like that, with chemistry styles. So I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and he never sent me a return message. I went as far as to translate the messages into Spanish and then send them that way too, because maybe he couldn't understand them as they were in English. So what had happened was I was left with these two cards that don't fit either of my teams in FIFA and nothing to do with them. So basically I went on Reddit and I went to r/FIFA, and I said, hey, I told him the story. I said, I've got informed Dos Santos and Chicharito. Who wants to play me for him? And that's how this got started. So there was a list of people that came to play, and I ended up winning the first few games, and then it came to user Hey There 123. He's from England, and that's the game you're watching now. And this is the game. We had out a game for it. He is a great player. He's a wonderful guy too. He's very nice about everything. And I told him that, whoever gets to beat me is going to be on YouTube, because, I have the luxury of having a capture card and the knowledge to edit videos and such. So I got into the game. I'm using my 4-5-1 Liga BBVA and BPL hybrid. So that is the team I'm using. The one with Fellaini in the center midfield, Benzema up top, Cazorla and Isco as the cams. And he's using, as I'm sure you guys saw at the beginning of the video, a 4-3-3 non-rare BPL squad minus Chicharito up front. And he was a very good player. As you can see right there, he just scored his first goal with Inzagbia. And he got out to a quick early lead. So if my gameplay seems a little bit dick-like, just crossing and such, that's because I wanted to make it as difficult as possible for Dos Santos to be leaving, because I didn't really care that I was getting rid of him, because I was trying to be nice and I wanted to be nice at the beginning of it. But I didn't want people to take him easily from me. This game ended up turning out to be a better game than I ever thought there would be. But if something comes up in the gameplay, I'll start talking about it. What I really wanted to talk about was a video that I saw earlier today. I forget who put it up, but it was just, they were commenting on why they do YouTube and why, how someone commented on his video and called him a money whore. And I just kind of scoffed a little bit, because starting YouTube, at least, is a huge time and money investment. Like my capture card, my mic, the software. The capture card was $150. The mic was another $80. The software is really super duper expensive. Luckily, the software, I have a friend who got it for me because he works for a software company, and they get things for much discounted rates, or very, very discounted rates versus retail. Because I use Sony Vegas to edit all my videos, because I think it's the best program out there. I mean, you could use Adobe Premiere, but Premiere's even more expensive, and that's just not fun. And I laughed because this guy has, not enough subscribers to be making a huge financial amount of money. He even said in the video he's made like less than £1,000 because he's from England, less than £1,000 off his YouTube channel, and he's made a huge loss on it. And I guess that just kind of shows how much people want to do this because they like making videos. They like, recording gameplay and showing off, or not showing off, but, or maybe in some cases showing off. I do like to show off every now and again if I do something cool. But that's because to a point, video games are, you play them once, and then if you have friends around, they get to watch it, and then it's gone. Whatever happened, and you can't ever watch it again. But with the capture card and the magic of YouTube, you can share it with anyone, theoretically. Anyone can log onto YouTube. Maybe they can't post comments because you have to have Google Plus to post comments now. Anyone can log onto YouTube, find your video somehow, some way, and they can see what you're doing and hear what you have to say about it. And I think that's wonderful that in this day and age I can share something I really like, and there he goes up 2-0 with Sinclair. But I can share something I really like with anyone, and that's great to me. So he's up 2-0 in the 38th minute here, and it's not looking good for me at this point. But I guess it kind of brought me out to a sense of being at this YouTube channel where I know it's never, or I don't think it's ever going to be anything big, but fuck you, Vegas Pro. But anyway, I was contemplating this channel, and wait 1 second. Sweaty cutback cunt goal because I wanted to score. Yeah, that was a bad goal. Cutback, a header, and all that fun stuff. I shouldn't have celebrated as I did. I should have just taken the ball and ran with it because that was a terrible cutback, and it was just bad. Anyway, I was just looking at the YouTube channel that I sometimes attempt to run and post content onto occasionally. And I've come to the realization that, I'm not going to be any Hutch or C-Nanners or Nepenthes or MGH or KSI. But, I'm going to have to work for it. And, if I have flummoxed in defense, that's what I call that. Just terrible defending, terrible play. But if I have, 1,000 subscribers, I'd feel wonderful. 100 subscribers would be awesome because I think I have like 10 right now. And you guys are awesome. You subscribers are just wonderful. But the one thing with these videos is I get more views than I do subscribers, which is great. So people are seeing my stuff. And I really like that. But, not to say I don't think it's enough, because anyone's enough. I'm not monetizing my channel. I'm not making money off my channel. You won't see ads from my channel until there's a substantial amount of people that make it enough to be worth putting ads on my channel. So for you that are here right now and you like watching these videos ad-free, good for you. You're here early, and I love that. But, when there comes a point in time where there could possibly be money made on my videos, it'll happen, and I like that. I'm actually kind of doing this commentary Hutch style because I kind of turned on, hit record, and now I'm rambling on a little bit. But that's actually part of what I like about YouTube, that I can just talk about anything, and anyone can hear it, and if you want to tell me what you think, that's great, because commuting to school and being part of a life in college where you're not around people as often isn't great, because I'm around my family, and my family's wonderful, but sometimes I don't really get to hang out with people my own age. And thank God in a few days, Thanksgiving's coming, because then I can hang out with all my high school friends. And here you can see me putting in Marco Reus for Isco, because Isco is having a terrible, terrible, terrible game. So I put in Marco Reus to play his inverted winger style on that side of the field, and that was just great. Marco Reus is actually one of my favorite players in real life. It's probably Gareth Bale then Marco Reus. And I know as a Spurs fan, it's hard to say that I love Gareth Bale. Actually, no, it isn't. I really do like Gareth Bale. It's just disappointing to know that he left for Real Madrid, because of all the teams, including Arsenal, including any of these teams in Europe, I really don't like Real Madrid. I just don't. They're too much. I want to say they're like the Yankees, but they're worse than the Yankees, because the Yankees at least win all the time with all their money. They spend all their money and then they win. They're the winningest team in all of Major League Baseball. Real Madrid is not the winningest team in all of Europe. They're far from it, probably. I don't know the stats, but I know that Bayern Munich and Barcelona and all these historically great teams, Manchester United, win a lot more than Real Madrid, and they don't have the money that Real Madrid. Actually, no, they do have the money Real Madrid does, just not as much of it. And it's kind of sad. I feel bad because their team. I don't want to say they're one-trick ponies with Cristiano Ronaldo, because obviously they aren't. They've got Isco, they've got Bale, they've got a great defense, Marcelo, Ramos, and actually that is their defense, Marcelo and Ramos, and then they don't have a right side defense because they've got Varane, and I don't even know who the hell plays right back for Real Madrid. And then they've got Iker Casillas, and now Diego Lopez is their goalie. I don't know why someone would ever choose to put Casillas on the bench, because he's just amazing as a goalkeeper, but I'm not the coach, so I don't decide these things. But yeah, it's just, of all the teams that Bale could have gone to, I would have rather anyone but Arsenal or Real Madrid. If he went to Man City or Man United, great. I don't really care if Man City or Man United do well. I just don't like Real Madrid. They also didn't feel like the kind of team that Bale would go to, because I always thought of Bale as more of a humble guy, not the Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm the best and I'm in your face and all the time. Not to say that Ronaldo's the best, because there's this whole Ballon d'Or thing with him, Messi, and Ribery. And everyone says, oh, Ronaldo should win, Ronaldo should win, Ronaldo should win. But I honestly don't think Messi should win either. I think it should be Ribery who gets the Ballon d'Or this year, because he's got 4. Yeah, he won 4 titles this year with Bayern Munich, and he's an all-around player. He's not just a straight-up attacker, which is something that the world and FIFA don't really realize. Some of the best players, because Messi and Ronaldo are, 92 and 94 rated respectively? No, 94 and 92 rated respectively. Yeah, because Ronaldo's a 92. That would have been an amazing scissor kick goal. I'm rewatching this video, and I forgot that was even there. But Ribery's a 90. Hell, Falcao is a 90. And I would argue that Ribery's a better player than Falcao ever has been. Because all Falcao does is he sits in the box and he hits the ball home. That's really his job. And Ribery's up and down the pitch. He works as hard as anyone else on the field. And he doesn't really get credit for it, because last year he had 20 goals and 24 assists, I think. Yeah, 20 goals and 24 assists. Then he won 4 titles with Bayern. Whereas Ronaldo had something like 52 goals and 12 assists, and that's great. But Ronaldo sits on the left wing, 20 yards from the 18, and then has over-the-top through balls thrown to him. I watched it happen today. I was watching the Sweden versus Portugal game, and All 3 of his goals were him just being up there, having the ball lofted to him, and him sprinting to go get it, and then beating the goalkeeper. You know, I'm not saying that's bad. He's a clinical finisher, but he plays offense, and he has teams designed around him to play offense. You know, same with Messi. Messi plays offense. His team is designed to give Messi the ball, just like Sweden and Portugal and Real Madrid are designed to give Zlatan and Cristiano Ronaldo the ball. Or like, what the hell's the team name? Monaco. They're designed to feed the ball to Falcao. And that's why I think one-trick pony teams like that, or I won't say one-trick pony for Real Madrid, because they really aren't a one-trick pony team. But they've got Ronaldo, and all they do is give him the ball. And I think when it gets to higher levels, like when you come up against teams in the Champions League, or when Ronaldo goes to the World Cup, he comes to face teams with really good defenders, such as Thiago Silva, or Hummels and Boateng, or Philipp Lahm. Actually, that's when Ronaldo has the most troubles, when coming up against Bayern or Germany and Philipp Lahm on the right. Because Lahm, even though he's small, he is the best right back in the world, without a question. And he keeps Ronaldo in check, because A, Ronaldo can't just run past him. B, he can't... Alright, wait, this cross, I don't want to say it's bad, because Benzema was in an open space, and that was the best play to make in that situation. There was no shooting from this wide situation. People are just going to get angry at me that it's a cross to Benzema. But, oh well. That pulls it level to 3-3 in the 84th minute, and I'm actually going to talk about the gameplay for a minute. Sorry, I'm leaving Ronaldo and Lahm on a bit of a shelf for right now. And I'm getting a little rambly because it's a long game. But it's the 84th minute, and some of the biggest bullshit is going to happen to me right now. I had just scored a goal with Benzema to bring it level. He had gone up 2-1, or 2-0. I pulled back 2 goals. He scored a third. He had gone up 3-1. I pulled back 2 goals to make it level. And then that bullshit happens to me. He sent me a message on Reddit and on the PlayStation saying, that last goal was bad. I felt bad for you. And there's no need for him to feel bad, especially because I just hit the post. It's just, it disappoints me that happens in FIFA sometimes, because you get really close and then some force of nature, let's call it the FIFA gods, like I used to call it the baseball gods when I played baseball, they just don't want you to win, and that's what happens. But back to Ronaldo and Philipp Lahm and Portugal and how Ronaldo plays. Ronaldo is just designed to score. He's a scoring machine. He's big, he's fast, he's skillful, and a clinical finisher, but he's a scoring machine, and I don't think that should be rewarded for the best player in the world, because theoretically the best player in the world can do everything. He can attack, he can defend, he can pass, he can shoot, he can beat players with skill, he can beat players with pace. The best player in the world is someone who closest resembles the all 99 created player we all make. But that's 4-3. He won, Mr. Giovanni dos Santos, and it was a wonderful game. It really was a wonderful game to play. Here you can see me sending him a message. What's it gonna say? I think it says, "You win, Dos Santos. Good job," or "Good game." But that last goal was some kind of lucky. Or kind of bad last goal. Kind of BS last goal. That's what it was. Because kind of was. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed the fact that I'm trying to make the FIFA community a little bit better by giving away cards and such. I won't call it a pink slip, because it really isn't. It has an awesome story behind it, and Giovanni Dos Santos just happened to be given up in the process. But I don't think I'll be giving up any more players, or many more players, because I don't have a lot of FIFA coins and things of that nature. But if you guys ever want to play me in FIFA, have the PlayStation 3, and want to play me in FIFA 14, go for it. Send me a message, XL Polar 04. You can see my gamer tag. But there it is. There's the match stats: 9 shots, 8 on target, 11 and 9 for him, and then I had 54 to 46% of the possession. So it was a fairly even game. Anyway, that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun business. Talk to you later. Bye.